Hi guys, I'm back. All I want to do is do readings at the moment. Don't know what's wrong with me. It's good for you guys, I guess. Been doing personal readings all day. This bit of hair is driving me nuts. I've been doing personal readings all day and now I want to do more readings on the channel. So, I want to do a reading though that's kind of like a weird reading. Like, if you're expecting like a YouTube pick a card reading, this is not going to be your reading. It's probably going to be really deep. There are no piles. It's just going to be like maybe skip around the timeline, see if you land in a bit and there's a message for you. I'm going to do some water scrying because I love it. Oh, that was like a little orb there. I'm going to get something from the I Ching, which I'm sure is going to wrap everything up at the end. It usually does. I'll get some cards. We'll just see what comes through. I'll do like scrying for love and career. So different sections. Let's connect in. So connecting in to everyone watching this across all time and space. My gatekeeper guide keeping me safe and protected throughout this process. Connecting me into my higher self. Anyone watching this video's higher self and team of light. Channeling clear messages through me, showing all chances, changes, possibilities, probabilities, anything that needs to come through for the highest good of those watching this video. Allowing me to see and hear clear messages to convey. Closing down the energies, restoring the auric fields and wrapping us in universal love, light and protection at the end of the reading. Thank you. Weird. I don't know whether it's this full moon energy, but I'm just like very channel-y at the moment. Everyone I speak to as well is like a spiritual person. I was meant to go out to this gig last night and then my friend didn't feel up to it. And so I was like in the bath and then this like woman was like, oh, do you want to join our mediumship circle tonight? Went for a roller skate today and ended up speaking to someone who's like really into Reiki and all this spiritual stuff. It's just like, can't escape it. It's just astrologically, I guess. Right. Let's look first of all at love. So, is there anything that the people watching this need to know? There are some very tiny drops of wax coming off with bigger drops. So this is reminding like a drop in the ocean or like a tiny, tiny like fluttering of a butterfly's wing that creates a change somewhere else. So I feel like there are unperceivable changes going on, tiny little bubblings away under the surface of something. There is a stream running. And the surface is not showing what is going on. It's just showing the tiniest bubblings of what is going on under the surface. And this could be a situation where you feel like you're going through the same situation with someone, but you're not, because the wax is dropping out and landing almost in the exact place, but it's just touching what the bit before it, so it's making this trail and it's making a very clear, it looks first of all like an S and now it's turning into a spiral. So this is like never ending story. There's a card I have called, no it's not, it's called what's it called? Well, it's reminding me of Never Ending Story, but there's a specific card, Round and Round, and it looks exactly like this. And you know what's happening now is it's starting to go in the other direction, but land in the same place. So this is a situation, I'll get it out when it's cooler maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to, but it went in a perfect spiral. This is a situation where you've gone round and round with something or someone and you wonder whether it's going to be the same this time, but it feels like something is going to be different. You are going to be, or either that or you're slightly not in alignment because the drop was just missing the mark. So you may feel like there's a situation where there's been a missed opportunity, where something has just missed the mark, but it's like, you may wonder or worry that it's one-sided with how this is burning as well. But it feels to me like there is going to be this thing coming around again. However, that doesn't mean that it's going to stay. It could also then shift again. But there's something about this that's like Wheel of Fortune coming back round. But round around, a never-ending story is coming to mind. Also like a tree trunk. So it needs grounding. It needs grounding if something is able to shift. And it needs, I'm getting like a snail. So it's something that goes very slowly. And also it reminds me of how a snail can like stick to a surface and climb up very slowly. So it's like perseverance, but it's also the need to have a protective shell, but it's quite vulnerable. It's quite slow. There's slow progress here against some kind of seemingly unsurmountable like glass window pane that this crustacean is like slithering up. It's slow and steady though. It's quite phallic. There's a lot of sexual energy here. You guys can't see how that's burning. But there is definitely some toxicity as well that needs to be released. Anything else? Let's look at career. What do we need to know about career? Career, you may be thinking of moving from something or leaving something. I'm getting like a very weird like leg and a foot here. It looks like a person walking. Could also be a you. But it's again, it may feel like you're stuck. I wonder if I can show you this. Also kind of looks like a swan. You may feel stuck a bit. Do you see how that looks like a little leg walking? So I feel like you're about to think about like, should you be leaving something? Some of you, it could look like Italy as well. It could be like a move of location. Maybe you're thinking of going to Italy or going to Europe. But I'm hearing like the boot. So maybe some of you feel like you're going to be, you know, it's not like a choice whether you're going to leave. It's like you're going to be, you feel like maybe you've been unfairly like got rid of, or something has happened that's forced your hand in some way. What do we need to know about career? You may feel like you're really leeching a lot of energy into something, and you're just pouring and pouring energy into something, and you're wondering if this is the right thing. There are a couple of different pathways with this. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I do feel like it's important for you to also put energy into other things if you do feel like this way, like you're just pouring energy into something and it's not fulfilling you. There's a bit of a crossed wire or cross communication with something. So it could be that there's someone who you're working with or working alongside where it feels like there is, I'm getting like telephone, you know, in the old days there were like telephone exchanges or whatever, and they would like connect someone to the wrong thing, or they would like have to connect the wires into the switchboard. Maybe some of you actually work in that kind of thing, but with technology or whatever, but it feels a bit like miscommunication, or like the wrong people getting involved in something, or being at crossed wires with someone. I don't think it's anything too drastic, but it just feels like there's a bit of conflict, like 5 of Wands energy here. Also, there could be something going on with the surface level of something, so you feel like something is not like going deep for you. It's like a surface level kind of thing that's happening. But it's reminding me of a shell and the nacre that accrues in a shell. So you get an oyster shell and it makes this nacre. This nacre is made when a little parasitic speck gets inside the shell and irritates it, but from this beautiful pearl forms. So it's this defense thing that happens. So if something troubling has happened, it's like it's caused you to create something beautiful, or caused you to create a beautiful layer in yourself, like a beautiful shell. So there's something here of beauty and vulnerability, both in terms of this like snail in love, but that's a more slow, steady progress, but also this beautiful enameling process. Some of you may actually work in like something creative where there is an enameling, or there's a surface, something that is going on here, because I'm getting this beautiful kind of surface, but it feels like it comes through not a difficult time, but like maybe competition or conflict rather than anything like too drastic. You may feel like you're burning yourself out though, and like, do you want to shift and change something? I feel like some of you want to change direction for sure, because the candle wick, just as I said, that literally like moved. Maybe something is going to happen that changes the course of this for you if you're unsure about this. Yeah, and then it just dropped down. And then I feel you're going to be able to shine your light much brighter if that does happen. So if anything drastic does kind of occur, I feel like it's going to be for the best. I don't feel like this is anything you need to worry about. I feel like the best possible outcome is going to come. I'm seeing like a gully being sort of like eroded away here. So slowly the water wears down the rock, you know, that kind of energy. Slowly things are going to come into where they need to be. And it reminds me of the I Ching, where it's like, be like water is gentle, but it can have a great effect basically. And as I said that, this has gone out. So I feel like things will unfold with the career stuff as they're meant to, and there may be a slow eroding or a slow path of progress that gets made. So you may feel like you've been doing something for a long time but it hasn't achieved what you want, but I feel like it's just suddenly going to drop and like come into alignment for you. So let's have a look with some tarot cards. Actually, I'm loving, oh, they're over there though, and I can't be bothered to get them. Can I do love that deck. All right, 1 second, sorry, never gonna do a video that's just slick, am I? Okay, we got this deck. I know that everyone's loving it. It's the Autonomic Tarot, and it's just so poetic and beautiful. We'll use it for some of it. Let's get these first though. See, look, Sun card, Knight of Wands. Feel in terms of love, or just in general, there's going to be some happy news coming in for you guys. Maybe some change, maybe some travel, maybe a holiday. What do they need to know in terms of love? Divine Masculine, the Emperor. Could be someone who's a bit stubborn, could have been some conflict. This could talk as well as of an argument with a boss, but we're asking more about love at the moment. Queen of Cups, you could be an empath. The Queen of Cups is someone who does what I've just been doing, scries for answers in the surface of water. She's very empathic, she's very intuitive. There's healing here, but there is something that needs to be released, and you could have a bit of a blocked heart chakra, or someone you're dealing with could be holding their cards close to their chest, no pun intended. So you could be dealing with a bit of a closed off, a bit of a clam here, you know, someone who has a lot of boundaries and defenses, someone who may be a little hostile when they feel that their boundaries are threatened, or when they feel like they don't, you know, they feel vulnerable. You may be someone who is able to touch the sides of them that they keep so closely monitored. You may be able to just chink through that armor, and their response may be to clam up, like a porcupine, you know. Love. But I do feel that there is going to be some kind of communication. Keeps being a message of like spying and social media, but I feel it applies to the people watching this as well, to like be careful what you're looking at in terms of their social media and not just assuming that that is all accurate. You could be discovering some information about this person. Look, King of Cups now. There is a pair here. There is the chance for open communication and healing and a pair to come together. If whoever is like the masculine in terms of energy, not gender specific, can allow themselves to be vulnerable. The Hermit. You may have been going within, doing a lot of inner work. You may feel a bit alone, but there is some kind of enlightenment that you're getting from this. I'm very drawn to the computer screen again. So you may have been researching a lot around what this connection is or means, but just be a little careful with that. Strength card, this is all about the shadows coming up to be, you know, wrestled with, demons to be wrestled with, divine feminine kind of being able to integrate the shadow and subdue the masculine energies within her or within the divine masculine, not gender specific, getting into their power, knowing their worth. So if you have had a period where you've been in separation or isolation from someone, this has really helped you to get into your power, find your strength. And it's kind of up to them if they can get into the vulnerable energy. But look, the Devil card, this is a tie. You feel a tie. You feel connected, yet you may not want to feel connected, or there's some aspect of this that could be slightly toxic that needs to be resolved. There could be a cord that needs to be cut. You can look on YouTube for free cord cutting. This is the dark side of the Lovers. This is the dark mirror. This is your mirror reflection, but with all the distortions that that can have, that can mean that you need to shine that light on it. But I feel there will be illumination with the Sun card coming out. Yeah, look, this is kind of the card of maybe needing to do cord cutting and speak your truth. So needing to defend yourself because they have their defenses up. You are vulnerable, you're brave and vulnerable and open, and it's like whether or not they can be the same. There's a lot of confusion and different options around this. Yet there is a pair. So the advice for you is to be like, continue to be in your strength, but remember that strength can be vulnerability. But also it's like that they have to have the space as well to make the moves that they need to make. Yeah. Not surprised the Tower card is there. The universe is going to bring something in that shifts this. Something may suddenly happen that causes your independence and your firm boundaries and everything you've worked so hard for to be called into question. They may contact you, or something may happen where you really are called, or you know, it's whether or not you can keep this up. Yeah, there will be some kind of passionate new beginning or communication here. Yeah, King of Roses. So there's a lot of sexual energy. Let's see what these have. What do they need to know for love? What do they need to know? We keep getting it, the Hermit. I think we had it already. This is about withholding your power, having the power within yourself, nurturing this, finding your creativity out of this period of being alone. And look, the Emperor, divine masculine. So, you guys are mirroring each other in that you're both having to find your power in your independence in this period of separation, if it is a period of separation. I will read from the book for those because it's very beautiful, but what you need to know is there will be some kind of communication, passionate communication, maybe out of the blue, and it's like you need to stick to everything that you've achieved in this time, and they have been doing the work too. They are a clan. but I do feel like they might open up. And weirdly, energetically, the more you retract yourself, the more that it allows them to open up. Because as I had this as like a show title years ago as an artist. As I reach, you retract, or it was something like that. But it's like that. It's like as you mirror each other but opposite. So there's the runner chaser dynamic, but as you advance, they retreat. As you retreat, they come forward. It's like, how can we meet each other in the middle, yet one of you is always, you're never quite meeting 50-50, but that's okay, because sometimes someone's 50% is, or 30% is worth someone else's 70% if it's really hard for them to give. But they do need to meet you a little bit. So you can't kind of lean over and make it easier for them. They have to be able to, they have to decide they want to do that. And it's hard for them to decide or know if they want to do that if you're always there trying to reach out to them. It's like you need to give them that space. And that is a form of love. Showing love can be showing space. It's a very hard, I mean, I find that hard. But, and if you're an empath, you may find that hard. But it's something to try to work on, because that thing of them coming forward of their own accord is going to be so much more powerful than if it's for any other reason, and it's going to be so much more meaningful and long lasting. Okay, let's read the Hermit. I know this card quite well because it keeps coming out. So there's definitely a period maybe of separation at the moment, or loneliness that is going on with the collective. But it's very like spiritually and artistically rich, so it's not a bad thing. The secret spark that commands the chariot is the dwarf self. The dream echoes in the empty cavities of itself. The magician plays a trick with smoke, and the Hierophant mirrors. The hermit delivers the black spermatozoon yod, lightning striked with white, as if to secret it in the billows of his dress. A bridge out of the air, all the stars are in our eyes. And this is about self-motivation, destiny, fate, escape plans, big decisions, time travel, magic, power, acts of service, inevitability, and self-illumination. And in the reverse, which are the shadow aspects to watch for, it's about doom, the depths, horror, trapped, stranded, suicide, alcohol and drug abuse or dependency, selfishness, indecision, retreating, retiring, and less than life. So it's about like you staying in the positive aspects of this during this separation, and just really nurturing this kind of energy for yourself and using this for yourself. But let's check out what's going on with the Emperor then, the Divine Masculine. And remember, this is not gender specific, so you can be a woman and feel like you are Divine Masculine energy, or any kind of, you know, however you see yourself in terms of gender or sexuality. It's just about energy. But it's just yin and yang basically, because there's a mirroring, and we each have masculine and feminine energies within us, but we also like mirror them in these relationships to heal things. The Emperor. This could also talk of like your relationship with your father, or men in general. The Father is the God that goes and through faith returns. Now that is interesting. The God that goes and through faith returns. So there is a thing of return here. There is a thing of someone who's left, but they have to come back of their own free will through their faith. You know, that's what we've been saying. Even when forced to break the bonds of the grave, which is why we name them Emperor, his role is temporal and he acts in time. He is bonded to love and to service. His going is a wound in his side. The anchor is derived from the sandal, but now it is written in his side as if by the lance of a Roman. The Emperor then is a late night movie and a swank and a ladies' man, and in an expensive, hard-won suit, but who is loyal to his own ideal, which is Emperor exalted above Emperor, forever, which is racetrack and putting a line on, sun of the morning. See also the sun, which came out, which is divine masculine energy and like yang energy. So this is about loyalty, service, dreams, transcending limits, ambition, teaching, inspiration, bravery, fire, desire, justification, positivity, energy, acceptance, renewal, opportunity, swagger, responsibility, style, soul, heart, and life, triumphant. And in the negative, it's battle, ridiculing, impossible standards, fantasy, conservative ideas, impulsivity, outmoded ways, endless comparisons, anger, irritability, instability, and any kind of like, control issues. He can be super controlling. So I do feel like this divine masculine is going within as well. They have to connect to their softer side and their vulnerable side and not always be like in control and winning and all of this. Let's get some love oracle advice. Clean it up. Remember, people, just clean your side of the street, okay? It's not your job to lean over and make things easy for them, or to lean over and clean their side of the street. You're responsible for your own mess. They're responsible for their own mess. This shadow is needing to be integrated through the light of the sun. The darkness is needing to be, you know, there is a cleanup job needed in this connection, and that's why there's a period of separation. The fates, it is all fated. You may feel like this is divinely guided. You may feel like this is all for a purpose. This is a period of pause between you with the breathe card. So it's about you finding enjoyment, if possible, in that. Grounding yourself. Did I already say about grounding? I can't remember. I think I got a tree trunk and I said ground yourself. Expect powerful change. There is a major transformation going on here. It's what I said in the wax. It seems like nothing is going on, yet under the surface, everything is going on. You're very close to achieving your goal. More is going on than you realize with this. So keep doing your inner work. Show the world the real you. That's about being true to yourself in this. Listening to your intuition. Maybe do some chakra work. Emotions are running high. So they are feeling this emotionally, even if it doesn't, appear like it. This might be a really long video because I haven't done the career aspects yet, but hopefully that's fine because people can just dip in and out. Star Mother, how can you heal yourself? This is what you're being asked to do at the moment. You are the empath, you are divine feminine energy. This reminds me of Mother Mary, but it's also like the High Priestess. She's in this blue robe. It's very much to do with healing, empathic energies. Oh, what did this? Where are you being called to journey to, and what lights you up? So you may be getting some kind of like signs, synchronicities. Just follow your bliss, follow your happiness, and from that you'll achieve a lot, I love these cards, but I do often have to look in the book, but I love them so much. What do these people need to know in terms of like love? Listen. 12th house, escape. This is, how I saw the spiral going around and around? That's what it looked like for a start. Surprised that card didn't come out. This can be about twin flame connections, this card. I will read from the book. But it's a connection where it's like, is it fantasy? Is it reality? It can be both. And it can be any kind of deeply spiritual connection where you're dealing with, feminine and masculine and all of these things. But I will read from the book for that, for those people who are identifying with that journey. Yin. This is divine feminine energy. It's like being receptive, the well of I just thought it would come out, but it doesn't. Message in a bottle. This is communication coming in weird ways, maybe through your intuition with that yin card. This is like receiving information but it takes a while to reach you, and it comes in a weird way. You know, it's like a message put out to sea. God knows when you're going to receive it, but it's on the way. So some kind of message is on the way. It may come through your dreams or through your intuition. I thought the round and round card would come out, but it hasn't. But maybe it was trying to show me this spiral. Also, wasn't I getting a lot to do with snails and crustaceans and shit like that? You know, maybe they were trying to show me this. But I'm going to read this card for you because I'm going to. So there. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. That's from A Midsummer Night's Dream, and it's a William Shakespeare quote. I was inspired by A Midsummer Night's Dream to do something recently, an art performance that was all about my twin flame. So, yeah, it is, for me, this is a twin flame card, and it does talk about it. So let's read this. It's time to get on point, not a time to ignore or overlook what's there. Things may get fragmented. It's the most mesmerizing of all the houses. Mysticism, dreaming, drowning, vast seas and surrendering. The house of self-undoing. It's also a place in the chart where we lapse our judgment and make bad choices, which is why when this communication comes in, guys, you guys are going to have to be very careful around your boundaries and the things you've built up for yourself, because it is going to test you. This connection is there to test you and to make you strong in yourself. I feel that's part of it. So you can't let that go all out of the window when you do hear from this person if they come back. The 12th house falls at the end of the zodiac, and it indicates a passage or rebirth. It can be like the gutter or the garbage dump. Evolved souls and the doomed live there. The highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Yeah. The 12th house offers bliss, spiritual fulfillment, the meeting up with twin flames. It promises of losing yourself in some beautiful other, but it might be like trying to hold on to a cloud. This is a house of poetry and oceans and enchantment. It's where we lie to ourselves as well. And so we've had this theme quite a lot of like, what is real, what is not real? Is this in my head or is it a connection? And it can be all of these things. It can have this like huge connection, but it may not be able to ground. And a big part of that is how you behave in yourself and you having your strong boundaries, which I've kind of already said. But, you know, both things can be true. And if you just tell yourself you imagined it all, that might not be very helpful if there is a connection. But maybe the question should be, yeah, there's a connection, but can this person ever give to me in a real way in this lifetime? That might be the question you ask yourself. It also represents water, toxins, poisons, perfumes, candles, hidden chambers, secret desires. Tells us not to forget about ourselves and live for others. It's fear and paranoia, it's beauty and love. It teaches us to write poetry and understand the messages from the heavenly spheres. It inspires us to show great kindness. When it comes up in a reading, something is amiss, something about the situation you're unsure about, or at least not privy to, all is not what it seems. And that, I felt that, like there's these little things on the surface, but there's more going on under the surface. The signals you're getting are probably the wrong ones. And this is like, yeah, maybe you're not meant to know everything at the moment either. You're meant to kind of trust, because it feels like there is definitely a period of separation, and it's like meant to be. It's like divinely guided. It's like, so you both do some work, and it may be frustrating you and you may be looking for answers everywhere, but it may be that it's necessary and it's part of it, so you don't kind of bypass that. What seems obvious right now is only a mirage or obscured. So if you feel like this is all totally over, then it's not, as well. It could indicate the emergence of an important love affair, blah, blah, blah. Not to look to others for fulfillment or to give others your purpose, yeah. It is either the incorrect time to attempt this or you're looking to the wrong crowd. It gives us magic. Watch for deception at this time. And I would say that can be about like self-deception as well. I love these cards. Let me just get one more, but I won't read from the book unless I don't know what it means, because otherwise this will go on and on. I love this deck. Honestly, because when I can't read for myself, it like gives me... This came out in the other reading, in a reading I did recently on the channel, Jupiter Abundance. From this relationship, this connection, this difficult time, there is abundance. Jupiter is all about like major life lessons, but it's to bring you abundance. Let's just, I'll look briefly, where is it? I'll look briefly at what that's about, because I actually don't know. 7, but I assume it's that. That's how I see it for you guys. Look for the gifts within this difficult time. The lips of the wise are the doors of the cabinet. No sooner are they opened, but treasures are poured out before thee. Expect doors to swing open. Ooh, this is cool. I think you'll definitely hear from them. Luck is on your side and fortune shines on you. You're being given a gift, a lift, and divine help. Blocks are being removed. Nice. As you wield influence through your own positivity and goodwill. Excellent. An astrological lucky break. Keep your positivity and attention flowing. Continue to nurture the energies to the projects or events you've started. Healing hurts have stopped. Always happens when there's like a significant thing. Blah, 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 blah. If you feel at the moment you're in a dark period of time and you've drawn the Jupiter card, be assured blessings are on their way. Doors are opening. With generosity and in faith, it's time to walk through them. The Jupiter card puts a positive spin on any reading. Great. So I feel like that's what's going on, guys. There is a lot to do with faith in general in this. Now let's just quickly do career. Then I'll get an I Ching just to wrap it up. I'll just land on a random page. Career is about some kind of new start. You could be going in a new direction. I think that came through with the candle wax. You could be going on a journey. You may need to, again, assert boundaries, speak your truth. 6 of Cups, I felt that energy, I think, or I can't remember. There's some kind of childlike aspect of yourself or dream that is able to be fulfilled here, and meeting up maybe with someone from the past. Again, offers coming in, but opportunities of travel. I feel travel. I feel like some childlike aspect of yourself is about to be able to be like happy again. It's like connecting into what makes you happy within yourself. There's an ability to ground and make a lot of money and have a lot of abundance here. There's a lot of change coming in. There could be like flexible hours or like a change in your job, as in like one day you're doing one thing, the next day you're doing something else. You may be afraid of this kind of flexible energy, like flexible working or insecurity, but it's actually pretty good for you. You just need to work through those fears because you're going to be able to make a lot of money. There's abundance, there's a new beginning. With the Queen of Cups, again, it's like being in your emotions, allowing yourself to feel, but also have your clear boundaries. So it's like going between these two energies in your workplace, using your intuition and your inner knowing, but also being assertive when you need to be. You may have a male boss or someone who is able to offer you some kind of assistance. If you've been feeling like something is missing or like you're missing an opportunity, I feel like there's the opportunity to do something different, to shake that energy up, to travel, to see new things. It's about you getting out of these limiting beliefs, fears. Maybe listen to my meditation, my manifestation meditation I did. That will help with limiting beliefs. Because things are not as bad as you fear them to be. So try to see that clearly. Understand that you are able to shift and change your reality. Shit, guys, I love my readings. Such a strong message. That your fear is holding you back, maybe from a new beginning. Maybe you're afraid of change with the Moon card, yet there's this new beginning opening up for you. And yes, you're a bit worried about, can I juggle this? Will this make sense for me financially? But I feel like you've got to do it because at the moment you just feel a bit trapped. Yeah, look, it's like there needs to be some kind of real ending here, perhaps, potentially. And it could just be an ending to the way you think with all those swords. And then there's a lot of happiness that comes in. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity, and there's definitely opportunity for travel, for communication, for new offers coming in. Let's see, let's get one of these for career. Wands, dust. That's about burning it all down, burning down your defenses, releasing, surrendering. It's like the 10 of Wands. It's like, yeah, let's like burn this all away and get to the kind of like release it, releasing something that is holding you back. And the Sun card coming in to just lighten up everything. There's a great deal of happiness and like maybe even a journey, a holiday in the sun, or just a feeling of things getting easier and getting lighter and getting brighter here. I'll read out the Sun because the other one there isn't a meaning in here. Where are we? The sun, the sun, the sun. Roadway, Father, protective power, unfurl your rays, for this is it, the source of it all streaming through. The force of its rays is written like this, exactly like this, and the road stretches over the horizon, towards the sun, in your father's car, towards the sun, which as a glyph resembles a puckered arsehole, which is to say, born again, and in another way, and also, saying yes to no is the ultimate affirmation of life. I love these. To ride into the sun, feel it on your skin, now breathe it in, light of my life, all things newborn of the sun long to return there, solar road, and the hands, with the open palms adored in adoration, there is only creation, die, this is your final destination. Cool. King of the road, sonship, to feel yourself beloved on this earth, which is also to enter the house of David, see also the magician. The true magician does not call him by that name. The true magician is desireless, and so results come thick and fast. Testimony, autobiography, personal recovery, life story, total understanding, dream lover, transmission, beginnings. The center is everywhere, the circumference nowhere. Cool. So I feel like this is about, again, getting into this divine masculine energy, or just some kind of powerful illumination and shift once you are able to release some kind of limiting beliefs and fears around this change that is coming in for you. Balancing the kind of sides of yourself that are logical and more empathic, that are more emotional and logical, but really being able to ground something in a big way in terms of your career, especially if you are thinking of traveling or changing direction or something like that. I feel like it's going to be a release for you, and connecting into that side of yourself and what you always kind of wanted to do from a young age that is going to make you truly happy. Let's just get something for career. 11th house, friends. This is about all sorts of partnerships, how you work with other people, perhaps like being able to be helped by others, collaboration, things of this sort being really important. I'll read from the book in case there's anything else with that. But also don't neglect your friendships and having fun. Don't take everything so seriously. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Don't attempt it alone, you will need help. I wonder if this is, yeah, it's the 3 of Cups. It's about collaboration. This can indicate the sudden appearance or disappearance of an old friend. It's interesting because we had the 6 of Cups as well, which is that energy of an old friend coming back in. So maybe someone's going to come back into your life where you can collaborate with them, or they're able to help you, or they remind you of a forgotten aspect of yourself. You know how we all mirror each other, and when you see an old friend, you're like, oh, I remember that part of myself. It's something like that. But I really do feel like you could be working with a group of people, especially if you're someone who's creative. There could be some kind of collaborative energy here and a pooling of resources and ideas. And in my manifestation meditation, it's all about how we attract really inspiring people around us when we're in a good energy. So you may want to listen to that if you feel like you get competitive with people, because it's all about collaboration and admiring qualities we have in others that we have ourselves, and like drawing those people in. It may be through the friendship of lovers or spouses that you attain your dream. You will hook up with the right people at the right time. It's all about the people you know and what organizations you associate with. Yeah. Collective, those who support you as friends. A spirited competition between you and other, bringing out the best in you. But in the end, what works out is what works best for all. So it's not a good time to serve your needs only. It's a time to be a comrade and give consideration to friends. Love the message of that. Beautiful reading today. Let's just get a couple of these cards for career. New life. It's the theme with all of it. And, you know, you got it with the Fool card, like the journeying. Community, oh yes, we've just been speaking about that. Finding your soul tribe. Love how these readings are just so clear for you guys. Chop wood, the little things you do every day and how that affects your life. Are you happy every day with the choices you make, with the people you surround yourself by, with the things you do? Because if you're not, that's going to really start to wear you down over time. So it's really worth thinking about those decisions you make every day, or who you're around energetically every day. Let's get, let me just read from the I Ching. This will just sum up everything: love, career, any kind of final messages. I will timestamp this for like love and career messages in the scrying and the cards, in case some people are only interested in one or the other, I think. And then I'll timestamp this as just general for everyone message. Okay. Take not gain and loss to heart. This is the progress hexagram. So I do feel like things are progressing, there is progress being made, but it's like not too, it's like when things are easy, don't forget that you had help to make things easy. Don't forget to keep manifesting. Don't forget that everything changes and kind of run away with yourself. See it all. That's the key to spirituality and happiness in life, is like greeting everything as the same and not being affected by either good or bad, just having this neutral space within you where you cannot be affected. I mean, that's the ideal. And that's what this is saying. Take not gain and loss to heart. Although it seems that we have failed to take advantage of a good opportunity to influence a situation, we should not mind this. Although it is not obvious, progress has been made by keeping ourselves detached and free. Hermit card, dripping, small droplets, but more going on under the surface. That's the theme of this reading. If we view each moment as an opportunity to influence, we become too ambitious and goal-oriented. We should let the moments flow and keep alert, then everything will happen as it should. We cannot teach a person a lesson or bring him to his senses by being openly offensive, alienated or hostile, all of which represents the over-energetic behaviour mentioned in one of the lines. Aggression is justified only against our inferior self, or our kind of lower side of ourselves, our shadow, our ego, or our own people. This line refers to negative effects that come of harbouring feelings of blame and anger instead of disengaging from them. So this is all about disengagement, detachment, sending out positive energy and knowing that that will ripple and have this effect like the butterfly that flaps its wings that I was talking about. We have these unseen bonds. We don't need to try and force our will on people. And just by kind of keeping in this energy of love and happiness within ourselves and self-empowerment, they will feel that and be able to come towards us, but we have to give them the space to meet us. I was talking about all of this in the love bit. But do listen to my manifestation meditation if this is kind of resonating, because it will help to get you in that place of being more receptive. And then part of that is taking inspired actions, but it's knowing the difference. And I guess that's just trusting your intuition. But a big part of manifestation is like, oh, maybe I should do this, but that will just come as a sudden thought as opposed to an anxious thought. And that's how you know what is fear, what is intuition, what is this, what is that. Let me get one of these, just because it's a long reading, but I don't know what, I'm like high from the energy of like connecting to the universe. It might be like a bit of a drug. Like, because when I connect in, obviously I feel great because I'm connecting into all these amazing energies, but it's not good to just live in the 5D. But at the moment I'm just like, plug me in. So I'm really enjoying doing readings, and it seems like the universe is just putting more and more things in my path about like, yeah, you should be a medium, yeah, you should do this. It makes me feel good. I do have to constantly like go out, ground myself, do normal things, see my friends, because otherwise I'm living in quite a strange world where I'm connecting to you guys like through the ether and like chatting to you via my phone, but not living my human experiences, which is what we've all come here to do. That is probably a message for you guys as well, if you're in the spiritual community or whatever, that it's important to live your life, although this energy can be so nice to be in. Sapphire, regenerate your body. I will read this because they give you these beautiful little kind of ritually things to do. And if you stayed all the way to the end, then, you know, I feel like you won't mind hearing such a long reading. This is not like those quick pick a card readings on YouTube, but, you know, I hope that it's helpful for you guys. Please do like and comment and everything, and subscribe if they are, because it gives me the feeling to keep doing them, although I do enjoy it. Sapphire heals, purifies and regenerates your body, and it has the ability to soothe your mind, calm your nerves and release emotional pain. As a nourishing colour, sapphire dissolves disharmony and clears blocked paths to well-being, clearing your mind, balancing your emotions and creating order in your life. Experiment with sapphire life to regenerate your body and bring back a sense of harmony. Breathe in healing sapphire light and allow yourself to focus on increasing your well-being. Rub your hands together, place them next to each other, and imagine in each palm you're holding a sphere of sapphire energy. Allow yourself to feel these powerful spheres of energy, play with them, increasing their size and strength. Now put your hands on the part of your body that needs regeneration. I like playing with energy in this way. You know, you can send love through this as well. If you do it with pink energy and ball it up, and you can send it to yourself or others, that's really good. Say, divine light, heal, purify and regenerate. Divine light, heal, purify and regenerate. Divine light, heal, purify and regenerate. Repeat this statement several times for about 2 minutes until you feel better. Visualize the sapphire energy moving through your body, cleansing it, regenerating it, and bringing back a sense of harmony. I feel like this is a phase of regeneration in general. I mean, if you think of the time of year we're in, we're about to go, you know, we've just had the autumn equinox. We're going towards, you know, Samhain, and we're going towards the winter where things die back and are reborn, and we're in the darkness, we're in the shadow, we're near Scorpio season, things are being released. So it is a time of regeneration, and you may need to give yourself a little bit of healing and space and time and care as you go through that. So just know that that is there for you, that you can heal through this regeneration. So yeah, that is everything, guys. I'm going to close down the energies between us, severing any temporary energetic cords, restoring the auric field, sending you guys much love, gratitude, appreciation, and wishing you all the best. Take care, and I will be back soon.